na mgbe anyị mechara n'obodo a na-ala obodo ekwensu bụ uzu ga na-amajiji ndị iro ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị ọjọọ ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị na-agwọ nsị ga-anọ n'ọsọ ndị okwu asị ga-anọ n'ọsọ eziokwu Chineke ga-apụta ihe onye anyị ka ya na-arịọ ugbu a na ruo mgbe niile ebido.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from Africa, Asia, Europe, America, or any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contribution. Please, each time you watch my video, go to the comment section and pull down your comment. Express yourself the way you want it. That is where we learn. We do not learn only on the video. Go to the comment section. You will see a lot of comments. Put down your own comment. Make your own contribution. We all read and we learn from each other. That is how we can be able to grow stronger. Nobody knows it all. We have to hold our hands together for all to succeed. At this critical point in time, this is the most challenging time and our freedom is near. Our freedom is near. Don't be tired. You know, when it begins so tough, that is when we are almost going to the end. When something becomes so tight that you can no longer tighten, the only thing to do is to cut into pieces. Now, we have gotten to the end of the road. Nigeria is about to disintegrate. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what we do. With the present situation of what is happening to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, in this present situation, this is the time for us to break it up. And if you are from the southern part of Nigeria and you are still sleeping, sorry for you. Sorry. It doesn't matter your status. It doesn't matter how rich you are. It doesn't matter how popular you are. This is not the time to be silent. And our celebrities, it's a shame. It's very, very shameful what our celebrities are doing. Very shameful. It's very shameful what our celebrities are doing. They are not speaking up in this very situation. They are seeing what is happening, seeing it happening, but they are waiting until it happens to them or happens to somebody who is close to them or happen to one of them among them before they will speak. This has been the routine in every country called Nigeria. When something is happening, people will not speak up until it gets to their doorstep. When this very insecurity of the country called Nigeria started, in the north, in the southern Kaduna, they were massacred and killed. People were going about their business as if it doesn't concern them. Only the people of southern Kaduna were crying. How I wish everybody joined them and out their own opinion and cry out. We would have not been where we are today. But people felt it doesn't concern them. After all, it's just people from southern Kaduna. It went to Plateau State. People felt it doesn't concern them. It came down to other places. They felt it doesn't concern them. Until it's coming down to the southern part of Nigeria. Today, the whole southern part of Nigeria is occupied by insecurity. Those who call them elite, themselves elite, more especially the celebrities, I don't know what they are celebrating. I can't just understand. They are still going about their businesses as if nothing is happening. Very shameful thing. If you are a celebrity in Nigeria, you should be ashamed of yourself. Be ashamed of yourself. You are waiting until one among you, one of you, is being kidnapped or killed before you will know that the insecurity in Nigeria is something that you have to make a front line on your page. It's what you have to use as a front line on your page. You are not doing it. Time shall come when you will not have chance anymore. I thank God for some people who are now taking this very agitation to a different level. Since the celebrities and those who claim to be representing Nigeria are not acting, the activists are now going after them to use them as an example. I'm going to share with you example of such that happened in Vienna. Those who call themselves the Super Falcon of Nigeria, the ladies whom their family are suffering, whom their people are being killed on a daily basis, whom their people are being subjugated. They are representing a terrorist country abroad in Vienna. And trust Nigerians, some of the activists confronted them face to face and tell them to their face to stop the evil they are doing and stop representing evil. Watch the video.
Do we even know what's up?
I want to speak to you. I want to speak to you people, please. I'm also a Nigerian. I live in Vienna. I seek asylum here in Vienna, and I'm living here for over so many years. And you people are representing a terrorist organization, a terrorist government. You Nigerian, you should be very ashamed of yourselves. Every one of you here should be very, very ashamed of yourself. I will speak to you. This can't happen in another European country that their youth are representing a government. Stay quiet, stay quiet, stay quiet. A football team should know that we are suffering the youth of Nigeria. Over 10 million Nigerian youth are abroad doing nothing. And you people who are supposed to know the truth are representing a terrorist organization called Buhari, kidnapping his citizens, killing youths. Excuse me, stay quiet, Mr. Man. I'm speaking, I'm not causing any problem. Do you understand? Yeah, I am speaking to these youths who have refused to recognize. No, I will. If you touch me, I will call the police on you. If you touch me, I will call the police on you. This is not Nigeria. This is not Nigeria. If anyone who touch me will get the police. This is Vienna, Austria. This is not a third world country. This is not a third world country. You motherfuckers, you are representing a government which are killing their people. You cannot be ashamed of yourself. Don't push me. When you touch me, it's fake dick here. Do asshole. Don't touch me. Go away. This is a democratic nation. This is not a third world. I'm living in Vienna. I pay my tax. I live here. So I'm calling on you, you idiots. Go back home. Don't represent. Be ashamed of yourself. Look at you. Look at you. Look at how you are. You represent a government which is calling. You are from Switzerland. I saw you a few days ago. You are a new citizen. I don't think this is how it's done in Switzerland. You are representing a terrorist. You should be ashamed of yourself. Lekki youths were killed. Over 200 youths were killed in Lekki Peninsula, and you are representing a terrorist organization calling yourself Eagles players. You should be ashamed of yourself, every one of you. I'm making this video. You touch me, you are in pain. Don't touch my legs. If you touch me, I'll put a mark. I want them to see my face. Look at you, look at you. I know you're House of Fulani. I know you're Fulani. Kachidan duli uwaki. Kagane ko. Kachidan duli uwaki. Sengia maka. Ku terrorist atang not ariwa. You don't understand what the suffering you Nigerians are going through, and you are representing a terrorist organization. You should be the ones. You should be the ones to be afraid. You should be the ones to fight for your youth. You should be the ones to fight for every one of you who is love to touch me. When then Chubanka is then Chubanka.
I'm telling you,
you're idiots. Every one of you should be ashamed. I'm not I live here. Look at you. You have no reason. Every one of you should be ashamed of yourself. I will video myself. I'm not afraid. Every one of you, I played for Julius Berger. The corruption in Nigeria drove me here. I'm a footballer also. I played for Nigerian Julius Berger. The corruption in the country brought me here, and I'm here suffering. You two should stand for your youth, are conniving with a terrorist organization to represent the government which is killing your people. You lived in Switzerland all your life. Is that how? I lived 1 year in Switzerland. I know how it is. And you are representing a dirty country which have no future, criminals. You should be ashamed of yourself, every one of you. I will post it. You will take this video. Look at Super Eagles. You call your name Super Eagles or the Falcon. You should be ashamed of yourself, every one of you. You live. I have a good life. I have a good life. Ask me if you're sincere. To change the system, this is what I'm doing, is what I'm doing to change the system. Yeah. I'm doing it to shame you people who don't know what is it to be a citizen, who don't know what is it to fight for a country. You are living in a country where the president is a kidnapper, kidnapping and killing its citizens. You are empty. You are empty in your head. If you are not empty, you will stand by me. I will put this thing is going to the. You will see it. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Yeah, police will wait for me. I don't disturb you. I am free to protest. Police will wait for me. It's not my advice. No, I don't attack. I didn't touch anybody. I have a video. I never touch anybody.
not allowed.
No, it's allowed. It's allowed. It's allowed. You're a criminal, idiot. Kachi dan duri uwaka yang Fulani. Zemu kachi ale utu. You idiot. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you have conscience, you stand by the truth.
Wo ist das Problem?
Was?
Was ist das Problem?
The problem is the problem is ich bin von Nigeria. Warte bitte. Warte bitte. Ich habe mir gefragt, bist du? You should be ashamed of yourself to lie. Schau.
Ganz einfach.
Ich bin gewutet, wirklich. Ich bin wütend. Ich gehe nicht mehr.
Folgendes, ja. Eure politische Situation interessiert mich. Ja?
Ja.
Wir sind alle in Österreich.
Ja.
Ich möchte, dass
Ich habe gefragt, warum kann der Youth mit... Sir, I cannot even speak now. I'm really mad of these motherfuckers here who call themselves youth.
Ich muss die Polizei holen. Alle beschweren sich.
This is exactly the situation, and think this is the best thing for the activists to be doing. This is the best thing for every activist to be doing, every well-meaning person to be doing. If you see anybody coming to represent Nigeria anywhere, go after them and disgrace them. They are terrorist sponsors. Anybody that is going abroad anywhere to represent Nigeria in anything, it doesn't matter if it is sports or whatever, when you come across such person, disgrace that idiot, because they are representing a terrorist government and nothing more. It is so shameful. Even where you're going to represent, they will not even come to make a case for their country and tell the world what is going on in their country. They go and tell the world that it's all well, go and play along, take their money and walk away. None of them want to associate themselves with what is happening in Nigeria out of fear, out of selfishness, out of greed. It is time to begin to disgrace them. Any place you see anybody coming to represent Nigeria in any country, disgrace that idiot. Tell them to their face that they are terrorists. Tell the people around that they are the people sponsoring terrorists in Nigeria. This is what people should be doing. The activism has to go to another level. The protest has to go to another level. The protest has to go to another level. Attack to everybody that is coming to represent Nigeria in any part of the world. It doesn't matter if it is coming for sports, coming for whatever, on the name, that name tag called Nigeria, disgrace the person. They are sponsoring, they are the terrorist sponsors. May God bless this man that did this very thing in Vienna. May God bless him and strengthen him more and more. I just pray that every other people will follow suit and do the same. Because it is not all well. This is the only way we can tell the world what is happening. If you do not bring your case out, nobody is going to bring it out for you. That is why I always say, if you don't tell your story, nobody can tell it for you. We cannot be waiting for international media to speak for us, because they will not. We cannot be waiting for conventional media because they are suppressing the information. All we have to do is to act by ourselves. Speak up wherever you find these people. Speak up. That is the only way we can. You think they don't see what is happening? The whole world is seeing what is happening and they are hearing. They are talking about it within themselves, but they are waiting for you to act. They are waiting for you to act before they will join. If you think they are not hearing, watch what is happening in the UK. Watch this video. After watching this video, you will know that they know what is going on in Nigeria. Ask yourself, why are they not doing anything? Watch.
My lords, may I too congratulate the noble Lord Alton and Baroness Berridge for their contributions, and of course for Lord Alton for bringing this subject to us today. There has been a long history of disputes between nomadic herders and farming communities across the Sahel. In Nigeria, attacks are now occurring with such frequency, organisation and asymmetry, as the noble Lord Alton mentions, that reference to farmer-herder classes are wholly inadequate. Armed with a relatively sophisticated weaponry, particularly AK-47s, the Fulani herder militia is thought to have murdered more men, more women and more children between 2015 and 2017 than Boko Haram. They have overrun and seized property and land and displaced tens of thousands of people. In 2017, herder militia claimed that 800 lives in 53 villages in southern Kaduna alone, burning down over 1,400 houses. As Baroness Perez pointed out, during most of these well-planned attacks, herders' cattle were nowhere in sight. Over 180,000 people in Benue State are currently living in IDP camps because the herder militia violence has displaced them. Over 500,000 displaced people are living in temporary accommodation, and over 80,000 school-aged children are living in IDP camps with no access to education. Attacks continue unabated, with seemingly little government action. This has entrenched impunity. Apart from verbal condemnations, there's been no action to end the violence. No attacker has been brought to justice. With perpetrators emboldened, attacks by Herder militia have now spread to southern Nigeria. No longer able to rely on the government for protection or justice, communities are seeing a growth in vigilantism and retaliatory justice. The growth in murders of villagers and community leaders in Benue has also led to calls for President Buhari to consider his position and for the reassessment of security arrangements as a matter of urgency. As the Noble Lord Alton mentioned on the 24th of March this year, the respected former Army Chief of Staff and Defence Minister, Lieutenant General Theophilus Danjuma, stated that the armed forces, and I quote, were not neutral, and I quote again, that they collude in the ethnic cleansing of riverine states by the Fulani militia. Earlier this week, I too had the opportunity to meet with the Honourable Kwabum Rawande Shahula, courtesy of the advocacy organisation CSW. The Honourable Shahulu is a member of the Nigerian Federal House of Representatives in Taraba State. Among his wide-ranging writing and editorial activities, he is currently chair of the National Assembly Army Committee, which gives him unique insight into Nigeria's current security challenges. In our discussions, he was able to rebut the claim that the anti-grazing laws were the cause of the spread of violence. The only states with anti-grazing laws were in fact Taraba, Benue and Ikiti, yet attacks have been occurring over 10 states. For example, in Plateau State, where there are no anti-grazing laws, there have been many killings, including last weekend, as Lord Alton mentioned, when over 200 civilians were reported killed. Interestingly, while there is some evidence that some of the violence has a religious dimension, the Honourable Shawulu argued that the only affected area was Adwamara State, which is predominantly Christian. Other local areas with similar land and other resources had suffered no attacks, be they Christian or Muslim. The overriding concern is that the growing instability and lawlessness in the region was providing fertile ground for kidnapping, banditry and terrorism with impunity. If this is not addressed, there is a real danger that the activities of Boko Haram, ISIS and similar terrorist groups could penetrate and destabilise the whole region. If not addressed, this could create a conflict and humanitarian crisis on a scale which would engage the international community and the UN Security Council and the UK. The prospect of terrorist cells spreading through Nigeria, Africa's most populous state, and to territories beyond to threaten Europe cannot lightly be dismissed. I would urge the government to act now, working alongside their Nigerian counterparts and fellow Commonwealth members, particularly while the UK holds the post-Chogam chair in office. I would suggest that DFID might examine the aid programme to Nigeria to ensure that provision is made for the communities that have been victims of the Fulani attacks. They should also ensure that minority communities in the north affected by Boko Haram attacks have access to humanitarian aid. There are also issues such as collective Commonwealth support in promoting the non-discriminatory and even application of the law to restore and strengthen faith in the law. Finally, my lords, the attacks that Nigerian people are suffering can surely be mitigated, if not eroded, with the support of agencies of the UN, the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, and the faith community and international NGOs. Can the Minister, in her response or in writing, set out how the UK might plan to play a primary role in such a venture?
My Lords, I join with others in thanking the Noble Lord Alton for securing a debate.
It is obvious they know what is happening in Nigeria. They know. They know what the terrorists are doing. They know who are the terrorists. They know that the Fulanis are the terrorists. They are the oppressor, not the other way around. But when you keep quiet, you don't speak out, they are not the one to push it forward. They are not the one. That is exactly the job Mazen Nandekano has been doing, to push this narrative forward, to make people understand that the aggressors, the oppressors are the Fulani Janjaweed. They are the one killing the innocent people, and not the other way around. It is very shameful when you see The people who call themselves elite in the South cannot make a case for their people. That's why you see a Northerner will come and make bold and begin to ask compensation for the Northerners that are being killed in the South. How many Northerners are killed in the South? Where? Who? How many Northerners are killed in the South? Who killed them and who? Where? The murderers who are killing people everywhere, including the southern part of Nigeria, are the Fulani Janjaweed from the north. But this Northern representative will come out in the national television to speak boldly and accuse the Southerners that they should go and pay compensation that every Northern has been killed. Begin to carry propaganda that the Southerners are killing Northerners. They are killing Northerners, they are creating bad images to Northerners and killing Northerners. Meanwhile, it is the other way around. They push the narrative, and the media owned by the South help them to push the narrative. Push the narrative. That is where all of us have to go online and begin to speak. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing this effectively, but all of a sudden we cannot hear from him anymore because of the situation of things until when he comes out very soon. And we don't have to relent in our effort. We have to continue to fight this fight to the end. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they say. We will continue to fight it to the end, and we will surely conquer. They can never conquer us. They will never. No matter how they try, they will never conquer us. We will continue to fight the battle to the end. We will fight it to the end, and we will be victorious. We will be victorious. Do not relent in your effort. Whatever you can do to make sure your voice is being heard, speak up. Shout from the top of your voice and let the world hear what is going on in Nigeria. The media is not helping matters. They are not helping matters. They are not helping matters. The political elite are not helping matters. They are selling us out to these people. And we'll say no to that. That is why you have to talk. I want to share with you another video of the case people are making on the national television for the North and the South. And when you hear the debate, there is every conviction that that country is not won and will never be won. When you hear the questions that are being asked and things that are going on, it is convincing that the country is never won. You see somebody, when they talk about unity or security, somebody is choosing unity above security. You don't have security, you want somebody to unite. Unite with who? Unite with who? What unity are you talking about? The most important thing that matters to that people of that contraption now is unity. You have is security. Security first. One have to be secure first of all. You have to be alive to talk of unity. A dead person doesn't talk of unity. You have to be alive to talk of unity. But when you see people on national television, they are talking trash. More especially the North. Listen to what they are saying.
Yes. First and foremost, when I asked you which North you speak for, you say you speak for all of the North. Yes. There'll be huge questions on that, because people will ask how the Northern Elders Forum was able to get the mandate of the whole of the North to be able to speak for them. There is a presumption.
Nobody gives groups mandates.
That's one, and then there.
And there doesn't have the mandate of every Yoruba person.
There's another group. I mean, in the North, the Arewa Consultative Forum, which is another very prominent group. Yes. We haven't heard them speak yet. We've had the Arewa Youth Forum speak. They have had their own voices heard, but there will be huge questions as to whether or not this will be carried by groups in the North, and there are many groups in the North. Sure.
But we know people listen to us. That's good enough for us. Yeah. I'm not going to tell you.
People listen to everybody.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell you.
Agreeing is another kettle of fish.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you that.
So when you say that where a president that can unite the country is very important, and where he comes from is secondary, some people will say no. That it's the other way around. That a lot of people will be looking to where, support is going to be coming from for the next president. There will be huge questions as to whether or not the North thinks that unity and carrying people along is important enough. I mean, unity of this country is more important. I don't want to say it's more important than competency, but those sentiments are strong enough that it will seem that no matter what you do,
doesn't that reinforce the argument that there must be a democratically elected person, transparently and sincerely and openly? He must be elected first and foremost. Nigerians must recognize that that person, wherever he comes from, was elected. No dispute about that. He was elected because more Nigerians feel safe and secure and comfortable with him than anybody else, than any other candidate. And therefore, the elections Nigerians must be allowed to exercise their constitutional rights to elect a president.
If we were to put side by side unity and security, because they're two different things. Unity and security.
No, they're not. Lack of unity creates problems for security.
It does.
This is what we're dealing with.
So one affects the other. But I'm trying to say that if we were to prioritize, because security is about how safe I feel.
Sure.
Unity is whether or not I feel a part of the country. I could be safe, but I might not feel a part of this country. Sure. So if we were to prioritize unity or security, which do you think takes precedence?
I would say unite the country, but you don't just unite the country in abstract terms. You must give every Nigerian a sense of belonging. And the way you do that is you run a government that is inclusive, that pays attention to the peculiarities of sections, that brings in all Nigerians into the process of governance, and that is available to all groups. That's how you do that. So you reinforce unity and you give security. All this irredentism you're saying is substantially because people feel substantially marginalized. They feel they are not part of this administration. They haven't been part of this administration, and therefore they want out. The way to do this is to fix the leadership of the country. This time, elect somebody who would not behave like President Buhari runs his administration. That will substantially address both the security issues and the national unity issue.
I'm sorry, you would elevate where the person is from over competence.
No, I elevate security. I must be alive first before you tell me what.
And you don't think that a northerner, if he comes in again, can give you the security which you desire?
No northerner today can be able to reset the fraud that Buhari has perpetrated.
Just for being a northerner?
No, because they do not have. Listen, and you
they don't know that?
No northerner today has that capacity to face the Fulani Redentist movement. Take this from me. And that's why you see the whole of the country
Mr. Ononuju, we have to go now.
And you want us to put up with these people who doesn't mean well for anybody, who doesn't mean well for you. All they do is to come to national television and lie and lie and lie. Try to demonize the South. The South, who are being victimized, who are the victims, trying to make the South the oppressors. For a very long time, these people have been pushing propaganda against the South. They made us to believe that Yorubas are cowards. They made us to believe that Igbos are sellout. They made us to believe that Igbos love money. They make us believe that Igbos can never be united. They make us believe that Yorubas and Igbos can never be united. All are propaganda and lies. They planted this dispute among us and made sure that we cannot work together. But today, thank God, through the help of the message of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all these barriers have been broken. Thank God for the barriers have been broken. And today, we can stand as one and begin to talk in one voice. Obviously, you can see we are the one putting all the division among us for a very long time. Today, they are holding the strongest voice in the Southwest and holding the strongest voice in the Southeast. The voice of reason in the Southwest and the voice of reason in the Southeast are in captivity. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? And more people, they are going to kidnap more people. They are going to kidnap more people in the southwestern part of Nigeria and the southeastern part of Nigeria. As we are speaking, they are going to take on more people. That is why you don't have to be silent. This is the time to unite and fight. This is a battle of life and death. You either fight and survive, or you fold your hand and die. If you talk, you will die. If you don't talk, you will die. Why not talk? Save other people. Even if you die, you will be remembered. Thank you for watching wherever you are watching from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to my channel. Share the video to everybody that needs to see our video. May Chuku Gabia guide and protect Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chuku Gabia strengthen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Give him good health. Strengthen him more and more. May Chuku Gabia protect Sunday Igboho. Give him good health. Strengthen him more and more. We shall all meet one day. Very, very soon, all this will be over. Do not give up. The people that we are giving, they are standing for us, and we will continue to stand with us. Thank you so much for joining, and remain blessed. Bye-bye. See you again on the next video.